Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. My name is Sudhir and you're watching your digital classroom. The manner in which both CBSE and ICSE students all over the country are following the legal updates from both the Supreme Court and the Bombay High Court, my apprehension is that by the end of June, these students will probably follow law as a subject better than geography and biology. But anyway, jokes apart, the big question, will the CBSE examinations, the board examinations get cancelled, and will ICSE Council also follow suit if the HRD Ministry and the CBSE take such a decision, right? In my opinion, they should be, and that's also the opinion of Delhi Education and Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. In fact, on the 28th of April, during a video conference of all education ministers from all the states in India, Manish Sisodia had made a request to the HRD Minister, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, saying that the exams should be cancelled. That request was not accepted, and in the month of May, the CBSE announced a detailed timetable of the examination for the pending papers, and they were to be held in the first 2 weeks of July 1 to 15, right? Also for students of class 10 from Northeast Delhi, the area which was riot hit in the month of February, and those students could not appear for the examinations. Now with the Supreme Court yesterday hearing a case filed by 4 parents, all of them from the National Capital Region, Manish Sisodia has shot off another letter to the HRD Minister making the request again and said, please promote all students based on their internal assessment. So this is the second time Sisodia is making this request to Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. Now why is Sisodia insistent on a cancellation? And this is largely based on the circumstances within Delhi. The rising cases of corona have been a major point of concern, and already Sisodia is on record saying that the number of cases is likely to rise to 5.5 lakh by the 31st of July. So when the examinations will take place in the first 2 weeks of July, if they go ahead, the number of cases will be steadily rising during that period. And in such a situation, if a student or someone in his or her family tests positive, he or she will have to skip the examinations, and that will obviously cause a lot of distress given the kind of importance students and their families, Indian families in general, give to the board examinations, especially class 12 board examinations. Now what did Sisodia write in his letter specifically? He said that the class 12 board examinations are high stakes exams for children, and to subject them to take this examination in such an uncertain and anxiety prone situation would not be fair to them, and I think that's a very fair and legitimate point that Sisodia has raised in his letter. He made another point about examination centers and specifically gave the example of Delhi. He said that there are 242 containment zones right now in the capital, and that number could even increase if the numbers indeed increase towards July. Now rules say that a school in these containment zones will not be an examination center. That's fair enough. But where is the clarity whether a student from these zones can venture out and write an examination, and what kind of a risk that student, whether symptomatic or asymptomatic, what kind of a risk would that student pose to the other students writing their examination at the same exam center? To top it, there are 251 government schools in Delhi right now which are being used as shelter homes, migrant camps, quarantine centers, ration distribution centers, etc. And exams obviously cannot be held at these schools. Now, why do I think Manish Sisodia's letter needs to be taken seriously? At least this time, and so should be the Maharashtra government's objection saying that CBSE cannot conduct the examinations. Mainly because of what is happening in China right now. Now China had opened its schools. In fact, we had done videos on that about the different kind of schools that China schools had become, with everyone wearing face shields, masks, maintaining social distancing, etc., etc. But now Beijing has shut its schools all over again after the Chinese capital reported 31 new coronavirus cases, and this is the data from day before yesterday. The government there has described the situation as grim, as very serious, and all schools have been ordered to shut down and once again revert to online classes. Now, does India really want to go the China way is a question that needs to be asked, because there is a serious risk of these examination centers, God forbid, becoming super spreaders, right? Also, there is another concern that I specifically have. Say, for instance, a student in Kerala would be better placed given the fact that the southern state has managed the corona pandemic better than other states like neighboring Tamil Nadu or Delhi or Maharashtra in particular. So, a student in say a Kochi or a Thiruvananthapuram would find it easier to reach the examination center as compared to a student in Delhi or Mumbai or in Chennai, right? So, in that sense, you are not providing, the CBSE is not providing what I call a level playing field, and that is not fair to students from these cities where there are more corona positive cases: Pune, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, etc. So my request is, please take a decision. I believe there was a meeting held yesterday with the Union HRD Minister, and the officials also need to take this decision quickly, not on the 23rd of June when there is just about a week for the examinations to start, because the CBSE, frankly speaking, and to put it very bluntly, has absolutely no business to create and continue to have this rather long, prolonged suspense around the board examinations. For heaven's sake, this is not a suspense film, and the same applies even to the ICSE Council, which is to return to the Bombay High Court on Monday, the 22nd of June, to tell what methodology it will adopt in order to assess students according to the pre-board marks. So please take a decision. It's not politics that you cannot listen to Manish Sisodia, even though he comes from a different party than the ruling party, the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. Listen to his suggestions in the larger interest of the student community, and both CBSE and the ICSE Council need to be on the same page when it comes to taking a decision in the larger interest of the student community. I hope the HRD Minister is listening and would take appropriate steps. Thank you very much for watching.